welcome back to Panic Butter. Hey, this is Tony. It's gonna be pretty good today. Some strange, some creepy, you know the ones. And a little bit of, oh, that looks yucky. A good interview with Linda Moulton Howe. Earth Files coming up right at the end. It's gonna get good. There's a lot of information here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already and join us. We'd love to have you. We have a growing community here at Panic Butter. And it is that time. Here we go. No. Don't do it. Look away. Look away if you have a weak stomach. Oh, yummy. Oh, oh my. Well, hello. Yeah. It'll get better than that. Yeah, my stomach's turning. How about yours? That wasn't good at all. But got you paying attention. What's up next? Here we go. Oh yeah. Daytime. Daytime UFO following a plane. Well, it's something up there, huh? Huh, that's pretty creepy. Well, pretty strange. You need more, actually. It's good to watch, though. What do you think? You have anything like that? Is it happening around you? It's happening here. It's happening everywhere. A lot of crazy stuff going on, and has been going on. What do you know? Here we go. Let's see. Where's it going to take us next? Now there's a lot of these multiple, looks like drones, but you know, when there's hundreds or thousands of them, I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? It's a mystery. It's pretty interesting, though. It's always interesting to look at, you know. It's everywhere. Don't have to go far. You just have to pull out your camera and aim it to the sky. If that's what you want to see, you're gonna get something. Usually it doesn't matter even if it's a clear day. Well, for now, for here, let's see what's up next.
A mysterious monolith has been discovered by a hiker on a Welsh mountain. Footage recorded by Craig Muir shows the steel-like structure on Hay Bluff. Craig said, "When I first saw it, I was a bit taken aback as it looked like some sort of a UFO. It didn't seem like it was chucked in there. One would think that there would be a lot of mess around it, but there wasn't." Now, this isn't the first time a strange structure like this has been spotted in the UK. What do you think it could be?
Well, it's not the first time we've seen that. How mysterious is it? It's not really creepy, especially if it's all dented up. You know, the footprints all around. Looks like somebody jammed it in the ground. I don't know. They're pretty cool though. pretty remote. There is a little bit of strangeness to them. What do you think about that? You have anything like that near you? Well, let's see where we're at next. Here we go.
This is the original footage of an UFO and a plane, filmed in 2008. We have enhanced the quality of the original video. The UFO was so clear that skeptics did not want to believe it is real.
Huh. If that's real, that's wow. If that's real, what do you know? That's something, huh? And that was a few years ago. Hopefully it is. The technology is different today than it was then, so that makes you wonder a little bit more the older it is. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go to somewhere else and see what's up. Here we go. It's getting pretty good.
He was standing like a robot. I mean, his hands are really down like this against his side, and his eyes were really big, and he looked so scared. And I stepped toward him, and I remember thinking, my God, he's paralyzed with fear. That's the thought that went through my mind. And I stepped toward him, and I put my hands out to him, and I said, sweetie, they won't hurt you. They won't hurt you. You'll be okay. They won't hurt you. And it was like he couldn't even hear me. He didn't look at me. His eyes were just like straight ahead. And the light was all around him at that time. But there was nothing I could do. And that's the last thing that I remember. Everything after that was like a dream. It was just like really, like in a dream where things, out of sequence, and I knew I wasn't in my home. I didn't know where I was, but I could hear Danny screaming, and I was just like trying to hit something. I remember it was just really crazy. And then the next thing that I remember was waking up the next morning.
Do you believe?
That's pretty crazy, huh? Their kid was even involved. That's pretty strange. How much documentation does she have? That's what we need to see. More. If it happened, well, we need to see it. What do you think? We got another one coming up. Pretty good. This is an incredible person. An incredible individual.
A man with the iron lung has died today at 78 years old. He was one of the last people on the planet to use an iron lung after he contracted polio as a child, and he was coming up to a staggering 71 years trapped inside. His condition reportedly deteriorated during recent years, developing a persistent respiratory infection and pain in his legs and arms every time he moved. An update on his GoFundMe said that despite all of the reasons in the world to give up hope, Paul still went to college, became a lawyer, and a published author, writing every word of his 150-page memoir using his mouth to type with a stick. Because of his unbelievable resilience, his story went viral, positively impacting people around the world. He was once asked what his dream was, and he said to not let polio defeat him, but to defeat polio. And I think today it is safe to say he did exactly that.
And rest in peace, Paul. Hey, if you ever have a complaint, watch that video. Yeah, that'll make you smile and go, oh my, he did that every day for that long. And I just hurt my foot. Somebody hurt my feelings. You know how it is. Too much of it. He did it though. Congratulations, Paul.
Could I get 25 chicken sandwiches?
Wait, you said 25?
25, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, it's not a common order.
No? Do you want any sauces or anything?
Maybe do 2 soy sauce.
How many do you want?
2.
That'll be 140.
142, perfect. How long will it take for the sandwiches?
Like 20 minutes? You just pick one and break.
Whatever's easiest to hand out, because they're for the homeless community.
Okay.
I would say individual bags, but then put it into like a big bag.
Big bag? Yeah, we can do that. So we actually have a minute for you guys too.
What kind of cookies?
Chocolate chip, I think.
Thank you.
So
What time are you done with your shift?
I get off to like 4.
Okay, stick around because I have something for you. Sound good? They gave me this for free. Free to go with everything. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, thank you, sir.
One will fill you up.
Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
You just take one.
that's it. I've been knowing this woman for a long, long time.
Who's Jen?
Oh, thank
Her,
you.
I gave it to her because she was here before me.
Aw.
Yeah, she was here before me. I ain't trying to be rude. Yeah, I've been knowing this woman
There you
before
go.
both of these dudes too.
Love you.
Yeah, her you sleeping on.
Thank you.
Still around.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done a bunch of different
Thank
stuff.
you.
What's up, man?
He was first.
Bro, there's a cookie in there too.
Oh, thank you.
Chicken
Yeah,
sandwich.
Thank you very much.
Of course, dude. You're welcome. Some Chick-fil-A.
Thank you.
Got a cookie and a chicken sandwich and some sauce in there.
Thank you.
God bless you, man.
I can't accept it.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Can I give you a hug?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You have a
fantastic,
good
huh?
day. And the random follower getting blessed with $25 is Chris Nerf.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Made you smile. Who thought that that was going to be asking for a date at the end? That's what I thought. But nope. Flip the script. Something totally different. That was fantastic. Where are we at next? It's good. This is an older one. This guy had the information. He was there. Let's hear from him.
While I was at Nellis Air Force Base from 65 until 67, I spent more than 2 of those years out on the Nellis gunnery ranges as the range weather observer. I discovered that out on those bases, out on the ranges, there is a base that the Air Force maintains for aliens. And the Air Force maintains the outer perimeter. There is an inner perimeter, which the aliens maintain. And then everything inside the inner perimeter is treated like an alien embassy. My orders allowed me to go anywhere I wanted out in Dreamland, day or night, but I had to do so alone. If I took anyone else out with me, I wouldn't be in any trouble, but the person who was with me might be shot. In the course of the 2+ years that I spent out on the ranges, the aliens, who are tall and white and have family groups with women and children, would frequently come down to where I was. You had to start up a generator so that you had some electricity, and it would run the fan on the heater and so on, the radio and the lights. And then you had to fill up a weather balloon with helium, attach a light, and release it. The children found that very entertaining. It was a pretty balloon with pretty lights. And so the mothers liked to bring the children down to look through my theodolite as I was flying. When I first encountered the aliens, I was terrified because they're not human, even though they look reasonably human. It probably took me more than 6 months to get over the terror that I felt when they came, even though they had not come to harm me.
Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? There's a lot there. A lot of info. We got some more from him. He said a lot. Not the guy you would want to go hang out with, though. If hanging out with him is the end result, getting picked off. But listening to him now is different. Let's hear some more. Here we go. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and join us. We have a great time. Watch some good videos, some good clips. Just like the ones coming up. Here we go.
Egyptian and Mayan, but were unknown. Spartan 1 traveled on half-tracks from the American McMurdo Base inland to the Beardmore Glacier region. He could see the top of a black octagon structure that protruded 18 feet above the melting ice and snow. There was a strange door 23 feet high and 18 feet thick. When Spartan 1 touched it, the huge door slid open rapidly and revealed a huge 9-acre room. At one end of the large space was a ramp that went down and down through 2 other octagon entrances and ramps that reached more layers of large structures 1 to 2 miles deep under the Antarctic ice.
Here we go. This is Linda from Earth Files. A lot of information. She's been around a while. She digs deep.
Commander, Naval Special Operations, SEAL Team. We were dispatched for, unofficially, was a research reconnaissance mission. Officially, it was to find a certain individual, obtain any information, and bring it back. Our contact that we were supposed to bring back out decided to stay inland to gather as much information as he could. What we did obtain, or what I obtained, witnessed, was photographs and first-hand stories of what they had found, what they photographed, which I saw.
What date?
That had to be August of 2003. We were inbound the southeast coast of Antarctica. Our original transport was a United States aircraft carrier. From that on, we were flown by Nighthawk helicopters. We took half tracks in to our final contact. The very first wall structure we came to and the first door we came through, we were approximately 50 feet under the ice. The very tip or very top of this first structure, it was like an octagon inside another octagon inside another octagon.
8-sided?
Yes, ma'am. And it went deeper. Each one was deeper. The very top of the first structure that we entered, there was almost 18 feet poking from the ice. The rest of it was hidden under the ice. The first 17 to 20 feet that was sticking out were made of black basalt. To look at them in the colored photographs, they look like shiny black marble.
Do you mean that any of us, if we went into McMurdo and we got on a truck that could go on the ice, and that we would see shiny?
You would have, yes, you would have no, you would have to see it. There's no way of not seeing it.
Why aren't other people reporting this?
Either paid off not to speak, or scared, threatened.
And why would people be threatened about reporting archaeology in Antarctica?
Yeah, that's the question. Why? Yeah, it's all about money. Nothing else. Money, money, money. Comes down to money. Who's offering it? Who's taking it? That's what I think. What do you think? The rest of it's coming up. We're going to find out what they think. Here we go.
The compound was in 3 stages, hidden under the ice. Each door was the same, anywhere from 18 feet thick to around 30 feet thick. Did not have standard hinges like what we see today on the door. It's not on a frame to the side. They were on pivots, one at the very top and one at the bottom. And even though these doors were that thick and that heavy, you could take one finger and push them and they would open. There was no resistance whatsoever.
What about the ceilings, hallways, floors?
As far as walking into certain rooms of the lower structures, the light automatically turns on. The walls themselves were anywhere from 18 feet thick to 30 feet thick, and that was from both the base to the ceiling. It was lighted from the inside, but we could not find the source of light. It was a lime green in color.
A lime green?
Yes, ma'am.
What of this room would glow lime green in Antarctica?
The walls themselves looked like it was backlit from the base of the floor or the top of the ceiling. It would look like somebody had put a light under a cabinet to hide the light. You could see the light itself, but you could not see the light fixture. There were no lamps, no bulbs, no wires of any kind. These structures, once you got inside, the outside temperature was at least 40 degrees below zero. Once you stepped inside these structures, the temperature was an ambient 68 to 72 degrees. No outside generators. The people that were there were not heating these structures. They had no means to. They were only there to take photographs, take analysis of the structure, find out what they could.
How much did the man who took the photos say? How big was this facility?
This one facility, there was more than one. The one that we were at stretched almost over 62 acres.
62?
Yes, ma'am. The majority of it was under the ice. As far as the aliens go, there's more than one race. And we've been talking to several races since 1950s and 60s.
Do you have any details about the different types of races?
The few that I have talked to that's actually seen these races, they are human form, look and act and talk like us, except for minor differences in the eyes, the mouth, the body structure. I haven't had any more detail told to me than that.
All humanoid?
Yes, ma'am.
Blonde hair?
Most no hair at all.
Shape of the head?
Human. Basic human shape. Some have larger skulls. I've been told that a few have smaller skulls, but basically the same shape as humanoid.
So what is the difference between Homo sapiens sapien and these beings?
They are far superior in strength, mental capacity. The individual that was telling me about it, strategically far superior. These were off-world from their own origins. These are the ones that we've been in contact with. And as from my understanding, they have been in contact with Homo sapiens since time began.
Are these the ones that made Homo sapiens sapien?
That's the general consensus, yes. They seeded us.
Well, how would we secretly build multiple structures above ground with Japan and China and others orbiting the moon?
It goes back to the correlation. It's been happening for years. A lot of the times when stuff was going up and we were told it was going up for the International Space Station, it wasn't. It was going up for this moon.
The backside
Yes, ma'am.
installation. Who do you think is inside the moon base?
I would have to say it's a multinational group. It would have to be members from our coalition: Great Britain, France, Germany, United States, Canada. Yes.
What do they do?
It's just a trade route. It's a port.
But is it real?
And the people who are in this base on the backside of the moon, what are they doing? Where do they go?
Yeah.
I think they're training, and as far as where they go, I'm not sure where they go, but I know it's many light years away.
Has anybody talked to you about Wilkes land?
What I've heard that it's a portal. A portal takes you from one structure to another or to a vessel outside our atmosphere, like an invisible elevator. This particular portal was underground, inside a structure.
What did it look like?
It had a frame, had hieroglyphics, whatever the meanings were, we still don't know. But the structure or the frame of this portal acted like a wormhole from point A to point B, a moon pool.
A moon pool.
The description I've been told looks just exactly like a moon pool.
Okay, what is a moon pool?
A moon pool, say it's in a submarine that's very deep. You've got a hatch in the floor that is open to the sea. Water does not come in and flood the vessel. The ambient pressure keeps that water, but you can enter the water and ascend from it through this moon pool.
And so, do you mean that, using the word moon pool, that you're saying that there's something that's vertical that looks like a moon pool?
Looks like you're walking into the water, but it's not water.
Shape?
The ones I've been described of is square.
Square?
Yes, ma'am. It would be, I'm sure you've seen the movie Stargate. Exactly same thing, except the frame is square, not round.
Wow. And tell me if you recognize anything there.
Yes, I do. It resembles a panel that I saw at the structure in Antarctica. That was a panel that had the star map on it.
And the star map, do you know?
From what they could estimate, it was not only our universe, but 3 universes combined in one large star map. The focal point was what our Hubble Space Telescope has photographed and recorded at that time. Then they correlated what the Hubble Space Telescope had taken photographs of that was not in our universe, but actually a different universe outside, further out than what we think our universe is.
I know that what you just said to me was that we were using the Hubble to photograph in another universe outside of this universe.
Yes, ma'am.
And then another universe.
Yes, ma'am. The way it was described to me, they were taking mathematical equations, formulas, from different points of our universe and pinpointing it to photographs or recordings that was made by our Hubble Space Telescope, which at that time was the best technological device that we had at that time.
Was this generated by extraterrestrial beings?
Yes, ma'am. This is where you start from, our Milky Way, and each point tells you this is where it's at in all 3 star maps that I know of.
Well, could the ET star map relate to the portal jumps?
That's what I'm thinking.
Portal jumps between magnetic field anomalies on Earth, multiple universes, multiple dimensions, multiple timelines, and matter worlds. Is that what this black sun pattern on the thick black basalt doors in Antarctica means? Did the humanoid intelligence that built these 6 huge structures covering 62 acres each in Antarctica deliberately mark their huge self-activating doors with the 12-arm symbol and star map because the information was their signature and their key to a galactic portal network? Who is controlling? Who knows about the interstellar trade routes and secret space program?
You'd have to get into the inner consortium, to the coalition, because that's exactly who is running it.
What's really going on between Trump and Putin?
If you went behind the scenes, they're probably chatting it up, discussing of what can be done, how we can work with these species. When the coalition first became into existence, they were talking to a certain species that were only here to help us against a different species that was, like I said earlier, hell-bent on destroying humankind. That's basically what got me started on this.
Of the 7 species that the coalition are supposed to have information about, were you ever told how many of the 7 are actual allies?
The only answer that I did get one time was that 4 were on our side, the coalition side.
How do we break open the truth that we're not alone, we never have been, we're seeded, life on Earth is seeded, and that our government is actively interacting with the seeders as well as the enemy?
That's a question that's been trying to, or a box that's been trying to be open for years. And I agree with you, it needs to be open. The truth needs to be out.
Why is it so difficult just to tell this truth?
I'm not sure. I'm really not.
So what do you think is holding the threat at bay?
Money.
I think it's the ones that were here from the beginning. I think that's the only thing that's holding them back at this point.
What do you think this Earth means to them?
I'm not really sure.
Probably the resources.
Are we a laboratory?
I kind of got an understanding from some of it that those people, that race that seeded us, have not just come here but gone to other worlds and protected them from the same people, the same bad race that want to kill us. And that's kind of what they're doing, is they're staying out ahead of the galaxy, ahead of this race that wants us dead. And this race is coming back, or is back, or something to that nature. And I think that, from my understanding, there's one species that are trying to keep us from suffering the same thing they did. They had to leave their world and go somewhere else because their world was destroyed.
Holy smokes. That's a lot, isn't it? What do you think about that? That's pretty intense. Man, you could go on and on and on. It never stops. It's always interesting though. Hit that subscribe button if you're still here. Thanks for joining us. It's great. It's great to see you. See you next time.